Imam Malik's story of knowledge actually starts from his grandfather. So he has a prestigious lineage. His name is Malik ibn Anas ibn Malik ibn Abi Amir. This Anas ibn Malik, his father, Anas ibn Malik, is not Anas ibn Malik the Sahabi. So his grandfather, Malik ibn Abi Amir, his story is that he is Malik ibn Abi Amir al-Asbahi al-Yamani. He is from Yemen, from al-Asbah. He came to Medina from Yemen. He was the one to migrate to Medina. And he actually came with the famous story of the famous person, famous Tabai, Uwais al-Qarni, came to Medina with a group of people, and Malik ibn Abi Amir was among this group of people who migrated to Medina with Uwais al-Qarni. He, after coming to Medina, right away he associated himself with the Sahaba. So he studied Islam under Omar radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He was a student of Omar radiallahu ta'ala anhu. During his Khilafah, he was a student of him. Then, after Omar radiallahu anhu died, he studied under Uthman. First he studied under Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha. First from Aisha, and then from Omar. Then he became the student of Uthman, and then he became the student of Ali radiallahu anhu. Subhanallah. And then after Ali radiallahu anhu, he became the Khalifa, so he shifted to Kufa. So Malik ibn Abi Amir then became the student of Talha radiallahu anhu. So look at the list of teachers this man had. Aisha, Omar, Uthman, Ali and Talha radiallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'een. You would have already started loving this man, I believe. Then Malik ibn Abi Amir was also a part of the group that was appointed by Uthman radiallahu anhu for writing the Mus'haf of the Quran. So subhanallah, this is such a blessing that only a few people have, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected the Quran through the hands of and through the memory of this group of people appointed by Uthman radiallahu anhu. Then Malik ibn Abi Amir was also a part of the group who buried Uthman radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Now, you know the story? When Uthman radiallahu anhu was assassinated, then the munafiqeen weren't letting the Muslims to bury Uthman radiallahu anhu. That was when Ali radiallahu anhu took his sons Hassan and Hussein, and some other people joined him, and a small group of people were fearless enough to walk on the roads of Medina that day, walking behind the janazah of Uthman radiallahu anhu, and Malik ibn Abi Amir was one of them. And then later on he also served as one of the advisors, one of the closest advisors actually, to Omar ibn Abdul Aziz rahimahullah ta'ala. So Imam Malik's lineage, you can see, actually holds a very, very special place in our history. And Imam Malik's grandfather, Malik ibn Abi Amir, was also a part of the army of Amr ibn al-As radiallahu anhu in the conquest of Egypt at the time of Umar radiallahu anhu. So today, alhamdulillah, all of the Egyptian Muslims are thankful to him, right? Because he played a part, if not significant, but some part in the conquest of Egypt. And he did play a significant part in the compilation of the Quran and writing of the Uthmanic Mus'haf. So all of the Huffaz of the world today are thankful to him, should be thankful to him. And we all who love Uthman radiallahu anhu are thankful to him to show courage and respect for Uthman radiallahu anhu that day, for helping him to be buried with honor. Now, this was all about the grandfather of Imam Malik. He himself was a scholar, and then his few sons too were scholars. So his son Anas, the father of Imam Malik. Imam Malik is Malik ibn Anas ibn Malik ibn Abi Amir. So Malik ibn Abi Amir, the Tabi'een, his son is Anas, and he is also a scholar. And his son is Imam Malik, and he is also a scholar. So Imam Malik has a prestigious lineage. Also, Imam Malik's uncle, so another of the son of Malik ibn Abi Amir, he is actually Abu Suhail. He isn't that famous in our history books, but he was a great scholar of hadith, and he wasn't just any random scholar of hadith, because his name is associated as a teacher of Imam al-Zuhri, and Imam al-Zuhri is not any common name. Imam al-Zuhri, the famous Imam al-Zuhri was actually the first scholar who had the government permit, you can say, to officially travel the land and collect a hadith. He was first of those muhaddithin. So now Imam Malik's brother An-Nazr, he too was a scholar, as we would expect already. And when Imam Malik, when he was a child, people would say Haza akhun Nazr. This was the brother of Nazr. And when Malik became a scholar, then the people started saying to another that Haza akhu Malik. This was the brother of Malik. So the fates changed, subhanallah. Now you can all see that the fate of Imam Malik is designed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to become a future scholar, right? But there's just one little small bit of a fraction of a timid problem, that Imam Malik didn't want to be a scholar. Yes, that's our history. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had provided him with the strong background of becoming the potential scholar he can be, but Imam Malik in his childhood wanted to be a singer. Can you believe this? Imam Malik in his childhood wanted to become a singer. And I'm not saying this, Ibn Kathir writes this, that Imam Malik himself says that he wanted to become a singer in his childhood. Subhanallah. And he was serious about it. This really teaches us that we should never judge someone's future by his present. Imam Malik didn't like to study the deen in his childhood. What he liked was playing with the pigeons. Playing with the pigeons. That was like playing soccer today. And his mother used to continuously say, Ta'allam al-ilm, go and seek knowledge, seek knowledge, seek knowledge. This is a family with a background of bunch of ulama. And here's a child who wants to become a singer. And the mother keeps saying that, seek knowledge, seek knowledge. And Imam Malik goes and plays with the pigeons. Subhanallah. And his mother started sending him to Rabi'ah ibn Abdurrahman. Rabi'ah ibn Abdurrahman. And she said to Imam Malik, learn from his manners before you learn from his knowledge. So Imam Malik went to Rabi'ah for 2 years and he did study Islam under him. But even after 2 years, when he was asked, he wouldn't say that I want to become a scholar. He would say that I want to become a singer. And this is the human side of the Imam. All the 4 Imam have their human sides as well. And Imam Malik used to wear earrings. Can you believe this? Imam Malik wanted to become a singer and he used to wear earrings. Yes, even us scholars are humans. And once Imam Malik said to his mother, I want to become a singer. And his mother said, see, you don't look like a singer. And then Imam Malik himself speaks of his turning point in his life. He said, once he and his brother An-Nadr, they were sitting together with his father. And the father asked him a question. And his brother An-Nadr got the right answer and Imam Malik got it wrong. So his father said to him, your pigeons made you very busy to seek knowledge. And Imam Malik says, I got angry at this and that's when I dedicated myself to knowledge. Subhanallah. And now only the road of knowledge begins for Imam Malik, one of the greatest scholars of hadith who has ever appeared on earth. And I have mentioned this really to bring some motivations. You see, I want to point this out that Imam Malik never complained that he was beaten or scolded a lot for wanting to become a singer or wearing earrings. Even though we understand that Imam Malik, being who he is, would never complain about his parents, right? But still, the fact that he continued to wear earrings in his childhood and continued to want to become singer shows that he wasn't forced by his parents to give up his desires. And here we learn something very, very important. That what would have happened if his parents forced him to become a scholar and to leave his desires? Can you think of this? 2 of 1 things would have happened. Either he would have become even more stubborn in his perception of his future, or he would keep thinking all his life that what he could have become if he was led by his own desires. But on the other side, even if he was pressurized to study knowledge, he would hate it. He would just hate knowledge. He would just hate to study ilm. And he wouldn't have the motivation to become a scholar. What actually worked for him was, of course, number 1, this was a family of ulama and Allah is going to listen to their dua. Yes, Allah listens to you when you pray for your children more than your children listen to you when you scold them. I repeat, Allah listens to you when you make dua for your children more than your children listen to you when you scold them. And number 2, what worked for Imam Malik was that whenever he mentioned, I want to become a singer, the mother said, but you don't look like a singer. And his father keeps saying him, you playing with the pigeons has kept you too busy to seek knowledge. And his brother proving to him practically what the izzah of a scholar is. His family as a whole played the role in his upbringing as a scholar, and it took years for his motivations to change. It took years. And this is how real motivations are created for children. Because these were the 6 or 7 years when every year Imam Malik came to Hajj, and the two of the greatest minds of the time met. And what happened when these two met? Can you imagine this? Let me give you an idea.